All right. Well, um, I was gonna try and do something for the first time and kind of just let OBS record me do my work. So I was going to I had this idea for a an application to help me get better at technical questions doing Python, like leak code. And yeah, I wanted to ironically vibe code a leak code AI uh, application that's like an assistant. So I wanted to use Vappy and Anthropic to connect it all together through a Next.js UI, which I've done several times. So this will be a repeat in terms of the frameworks and the APIs I'm using. But I thought this use case was kind of fun. And yeah, I'm also going to um, kind of wrap some of the use case context with this to be where you all the Python problems or technical questions we do in this application will have like a tie-in to Gödel Escher Bach, and then at the end you'll have a little poem that is AI generated as a little reward. So yeah, I'm gonna do a thing where I start a new little YouTube series, I think, where I um, basically show my own moronic vulnerability and try and get better at these technical questions and just show people how I kind of worked through it and probably gonna see me have several meltdowns trying to figure this shit out. So yeah, let's get to it. First things first, let's get a repo going. All right, so here we are. Yeah, we'll go to our GitHub. We're gonna do a little new. I'm gonna call this thing Code Jitsu. Create. Get it. I have a terminal over here that I'm gonna do this in. I'm not gonna show it because I'm lazy. Okay. Actually, fuck it, I'll show it. This is kind of important. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I have a projects folder. So basically we do git clone, paste that in there. There you go, blammo. We did an empty repository. If you were wanting to just open up VS Code, you could do code dot. That would do it. The way I just do it, because we're going to just kind of bulldoze this through Cursor. Um, and I like to come here, new window, open up a project. We'll come right here and what did we name it? Code Jitsu. Right. And then there you go. Not the most technical way of getting there, but whatever. Um, cool. So now we're here. 1 second. Let's just get things a little better situated. And for the record, this is just how I do things. I don't know any other way. So, um, yeah, sorry if any of this workflow makes you cringe. I use the mouse probably way too much. And yeah, this is just how I operate for better or worse. So here we go. I'm just gonna get things kind of going. And yeah, I I fucking hate agent or manual. All this stuff is bullshit. Like the only thing you really need out of this is ask. Like the the goal of this is to be here. Okay? We want to be here where the code is. This thing is just basically not having to go to Google or the docs of any kind and just basically automate and streamline the shit out of, sourcing the correct information to write the code. But at this point, it's just going to print out like AI generated code and we just have to really debug it, which most of the time feels like a caveman or a monkey could do it. So, yeah, here we go. Yeah, let's start with this. So we need to get a Next.js project in the root directory. You can fuck this up pretty bad if you start off without it being in its own nested directory. So I used to have this memorized. I just ask it now because I'm lazy. Basically, we're going to say this or something to the effect of like this. I want to create a Next.js TypeScript, say Tailwind, I guess, project in the directory. I guess I'm typing X's instead of C's today. It's kind of rad. It's like a fucking metal band or something. Cool. Cool. All right. Command tilde always. Ring code jitsu. So since we're basically just like gonna cursor this shit up, um, yeah, it's debatable how much you want to read through this. I have done this a million times, so I kind of don't give a shit. But yeah, once we get to starting to print the code, we definitely do want to kind of look at what we're doing there. So we bring it over to here. There you go. Yes. And then there she is, except I wonder if I allowed for aliases because I just import alias. Okay, good. That's cool. See, it was smarter than I wanted. And yeah, I should have just read the thing. So there you go. Always read. Are we still going? Okay, cool. And then we'll do npm run dev and check out if it's actually up and going. Cool. I guess I have some other random shit going right now. So we're just going to do localhost 3001. And then there you go. We're up and going. Cool. At this point, one of the main things to think about is version control and always having a clean slate to basically like go back and forth if you mess things up. So at this point in the process, generally after I get the npm run dev going, I'll do the initial push off of main. Once we start building features, I'll start doing branches more, just to keep the separation there in case I blow something up and I need to, come back to main. I'll show that here in a little bit. But for now, we'll just do the first one. So this is how I do it. Get status, get add, get status, get commit, -m. So weird. I've never had to like narrate this out loud. I think like the pro way is to be like, like a variable with like a colon, like setup, and then like, I guess kind of like a key value pair. So yeah, setup, initial setup, npm run dev 200. Here we go. Git push. And we're there. And so now, yeah, now we got a clean slate. We can start with this and blow it up as much as we want. And in true coding by accident fashion, let's just jump right into making a landing page because that's visually appealing. Another thing we want to think about too is when you're doing these cursor, these cursor chats, you want to keep in mind the context length of your chat. And the more shit you're feeding into it, the more it's going to go and iterate on every time you ask. So the length of your context will really start to spiral. And eventually it will tell you, like, for better results, open a new chat. So besides like version control, another thing to kind of balance is how much you're feeding the chat. And then as well, kind of being able to work through the bugs and problems that are going to occur as you build this thing dynamically. Yeah, so let's get this started. At this point, I'm kind of done with this, so we're just going to start fresh. What do we get? Agent, hell no. Claude 4 Sonnet is the best one. They have another one that's like even more expensive, but Claude 4 came out recently and it's rad, so that's what I like. Um, yeah, so let's just do a simple prompt here. Create a landing page for my application that is called Kojitsu. I don't know if that's cringe or not, but fuck it. Um, yeah, it's called Kojitsu. It's an AI assistant that will help a user learn to do technical Python problems. Like, I forget what it's called, HackerRank, I think. Yeah, let's see what it gives it. Oh, I guess we'll do some other more design stuff. So for like 90% of the designs I do, I just do Swiss design because when I'm out in the world, I mean like 90% of all design work I see is basically some version of Swiss design. So it's clean, it's simple, it's pretty universal. As far as I can tell, it started in like, I don't know, decades ago and it's still going strong, so it seems like it's held its relevancy. One thing I've been messing around with is just like this like silly prompt that's like make it electric, Swiss design, uh, future space. Yeah. And then yeah. I mean, this is like the fun part about it is like you can kind of do these, I don't know, goofball prompts into it. I'm not a graphic designer, so I have to be pretty caveman with it. Honestly, I learned all the design concepts I know, which is probably two or three, uh, from YouTube easily. And so, yeah, right now there's very little files for this thing to have to sort through to create this. One of the other things and yeah, concepts to think about when you are making like specific features is um, giving it the proper like files to iterate on. Um, I've kind of looked into what this thing under the hood is actually corresponding with. There's so many layers of what I'm calling like a global chat context. So it knows the entirety of what's going on globally, as well as any file you have open or any file you add here. But eventually you could have like a dozen and a half files open and have had a chat going for God knows how long with how many files in the history. It'll still work. So it's kind of I don't. This thing's just super powerful. I don't know. It can take a shit ton of context, I guess is all I'm saying. Um, yeah. So, yeah, in true coding by accident fashion now, let's see what we get. Okay. So it did a layout. Ooh, electric border effects. Get a little navigation. I mean, it codes so goddamn well, like, yeah, this is rad. Okay, start your journey. Yeah, it's typical. Okay, so then we get to page. The other thing you need to always be considerate of is when you're applying the code, you want to make sure you're applying it to the file that's actually open. Cursor's gotten a lot better at that edge case though. Like sometimes when you have the wrong one open, it kind of cancels itself out and like shows that no code was applied, which is smart because I've blown up several files that way. So yeah, we'll apply it to the page and then we'll actually see what happens. And then we get a problem here, an unused image. So I don't know why. And then we'll do like a use client. Yeah. Cool. And then we'll go back to our terminal, start this thing back over, and go back to here. Oh, look at that. That's kind of tight. I'm so not into the blue purple thing, cyan. It's cool, but and I hate emojis. I think these look so stupid. Um, yeah, I don't know. I honestly, this thing's going to be more about me creating an assistant to help me get better at technical problems than like building the greatest UI. Um, and to be honest, this thing by default will create something more than adequate. Cool. So I'm just gonna do a little more to it. No emojis, SVG icons. Um, Sometimes I like to put the icons in their own file. If it gets crazy, we'll do that. No emojis, SVG icons. No blue or purple. Dude, honestly, this is for me, so I'm gonna just make this like really, really simple. Like, make it monochromatic with, let's do, I'm wearing blue. Okay, let's do with a blue accent. Um, yeah, there's that whole like concept of like the ratios. What is it? It's like 70, 20, 10. Okay, yeah, actually this will look clean. So 70% white, actually gray, probably I prefer. Um, I don't know, probably white. 20% black, and all right, 70, 20, yeah, and then 10% blue. Oh wait, I'm wearing blue. No, we don't like blue. Oh, what should we do? Green's kind of tight. Orange is kind of tight. Yellow's kind of tight. I don't like yellow cars, but eh, I don't know. What would you do? Comment below. Um, fuck this. Let's do orange. My mom's favorite color. Just kidding. My mom hates the color orange. Look at it go. Yeah, I mean, I'll zone out and do this thing for like 10, 15 hours in a day. I haven't left the house for years. This is like my form of gaming. I'm super, super immersed and addicted to this thing. I even tried to make my own to like offset the costs. Cool. Planning the next moves. Yeah, once Claude added thinking, it's been pretty cool to get to see what's going on while it's kind of generating. So yeah, let's see what we get. Apply, grooving, no problems. See this type of stuff, a monkey do like yeah, like a dog could do this. Like it's pretty straightforward, and it's super it's super capable at this point that it's not going to blow up doing simple like styling changes. So yeah, I mean, here's the proof right here. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Orange looks terrible. I really don't like this. Now we have to fix it. Um, make it make it more better. um, yeah, make it more monochromatic. Uh, I don't know. This is where I get roadblocked. Make it more monochromatic and professional. No, fuck that. And Swiss design. We'll just do that. Don't use cards. Be creative. Wow me. Yeah, I mean, like for real, anybody could do this. Like this thing's nuts. That was an even more intelligent prompt that I would usually give it. I'm just filming it, so I'm trying to appear a little more intelligent than I normally would, or what my internal thought process is. Because you can legit just say make it better and it will. And you could just you could just say make it better 20 times or whatever. Yeah, that's what that's what coding's been reduced to. Make it better. I mean, yeah, at this point it's like it's a zero or a one, right? Like, I mean, okay, we can look through this stuff if you really want. Um, when I started getting into this stuff like a couple years ago, I didn't have cursor and had to write all this shit out. So I feel like I'm not cutting that many corners, even though it still feels a little odd to just, yeah, code by accident more or less. Especially for this type of application where I'm not actually working for like a legitimate company or project. So yeah, I mean, this is just a personal project. This is a perfect example of what to use cursor for. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, accepted. What do we get? That looks like dog shit. Look at that. Like, what the fuck are they thinking? Dude, this is so shitty. Yeah, this thing looks like dog shit. I mean, those buttons are tight. Thought I said no orange. Orange on white with this blue is like, that's rough. Okay, okay, we'll get there. If you like before and after feed loops, here you go. Yeah, no orange, no blue. Start over. Make this look more. Uh, what the fuck should I even say at this point? No orange, no bleh. Cohesive. There we go. The layout is really really inefficient. I feel like I work in HR. Your productivity has been very inefficient. What did we get this time? Something about 24/7. You could do Python problems 24/7 whenever you want. 23-hour days full of fun and adventure. What are we getting? I really don't want to do this anymore. Here we go. See? We just had to get to know each other a little bit. Okay. Code Jitsu with some shitty, weird type right there. Oh God, look how much text it has. This is so, it's just so extra for like what I'm using this for. Okay, learn Python for engineering. Yeah, that's tight. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, I don't. Let me see this again. I need the hero to look better. The text not be so much length. Jeez. Or take up Oh, you guys are in for some thrilling content right now. Listen to me type out loud. Watch this thing just print print its little happy self to death. Oh, look at it go. I mean, once I get like a consistent look that I'm happy with, the rest of it kind of is pretty fluid, and it's a little bit more um, there's a bit more of a technical uh, what would be the word? Yeah, like a technical the next the next steps after the landing page, once we integrate like the AI and more of the features, it gets a little bit more technical, and I'm not trying to worry about like color schemes and bullshit like that because it's all dialed in. Cool. Let's see what we get. Yeah. Dude, it's like really shitting itself today. Hold on. Lazy. I don't think that'll matter, but dude, like the H1 is just dog shit. Like, what is going on here? The nav? Yeah, the H1 is terrible. I mean, honestly, I should just make this as just a hero. I don't need like all this horseshit. Thought it said forget your coding destiny for a second. Get there. Okay, cool. Eco-style problem solving, technical interview preparation, personalized learning paths, 1,000+ problems, 95 success rate. Okay. Um, Adaptive learning, personalized. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and just do this for hours on end trying to build the perfect landing page. Um, cool. So, what I would like to do now is do a little commit, do a status, see what it looks like, get that dot to add it on, get its status again to make sure it's green, git commit dash m. All right. What did we do? Styling, updated page, hero, hit push. Cool. Okay. At this point, I will probably make a new branch. Let me think about what I want to do next. Go here, and what do we need? I want the Anthropic API in here. I want to have a way to type code, generate. I need to generate a problem with AI. I don't need to go to LeetCode or hard code all these questions, and it can just generate it for me. And I want to be able to type into it some kind of terminal to be able to pseudocode and as well submit my my code solutions, and then we'll fine tune it after that. So the two main entities that we need to do next would be um, the chat interface, and probably more importantly, first would be the actual the dashboard, we can call it, to actually be able to, yeah, interact with this thing. Cool. All right, here we go. Good, check it out. Dash B dashboard setup. Yeah, cool. So basically, we just create a new branch, and this has basically a new version, a nested version, if you will. So we can blow this up and use it and merge it, or we can use it and, like I keep saying, blow it up and forget about it. I don't know. I like being super adaptable and having the code be as flexible as possible. So creating um, different ways of version control, which is really important with this stuff because it's will print and print and print. So to wrangle all that in and not break important code, uh, yeah, set up a fucking set up a branch, you bozo. Okay, here we go. Need a dashboard. Python interview technical questions. Keep it simple. For the love of God, keep it simple. Wait. Did I do? See, it defaults to agent. I'm actually going to make a video, I think, where I do like a test of like how much of a squirrely pain in the ass agent is versus ask. I get like agent's tight if like you really don't know what the hell you're looking at over here. But like I keep saying, you want to be over here. Like you want to like we want to be here. That's why I want to do these technical questions and get better at coding because I want to not have to rely on here so much. I want to get back to here. But it's like junk food. It's so easy to just stay over here. So easy. And yeah, and you can build super legit shit like all through prompt engineering. So it serves its purpose, but I just I just appreciate the art and I'm interested in actually knowing how to handwrite this shit because it's all problem solving. So if you can figure it out traditionally, then doing it with AI will make you that much stronger. So here we go. Yeah, here we go. Let's try it. It's funny. I'm building a Python dashboard in like a React TypeScript project. Um, I used to really like doing like for this type of simple application. Um, if we were to add a database, maybe we will. I've, the the way I like to do it is I'm not doing like a whole lot of tables, so I just do Postgres in the terminal here through like a PSQL terminal. Um, as well for uh, the database, I just use the next routes. And oh, what was I going to say about that? Because it kind of reminded me of it. Oh yeah, and so um, I don't know. I used to do like a Python fast API backend with like a Docker like container to run it all, and it's just like so much overkill. And so just by proxy, since my front end is like React, I just started just doing Next.js projects and making the whole thing essentially JavaScript. Um, yeah, so JavaScript and Postgres. That's kind of the two heavy hitters I mess with. I don't really know if I'm going to put like Postgres or any of that in here. We'll do a small route for the Anthropic API, but I don't really know if I have to or give a shit about saving anything. Um, yeah, I mean, this is mostly going to be for me just to run locally, so I don't need any authentication. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess if people like it and see it and want me to put it up, fuck it. We'll see, but I highly doubt that. Here we go. Yeah, what do we get? Okay, cool. So, at this point, I like to manually enter the new files that we're going to create, and Cursor does a hit or miss job on telling you what the directory path is. So, if all goes well, you can come over here and hide, kind of hover over this, and it'll show you the path. So we got app dashboard page. That's not really the best path, but we're gonna just keep it going. We can refactor it later. Why not? I probably want it to be like source app front end or UI. Dashboard's fine. I don't know. I keep forgetting though. I got okay. Source app dashboard. Source app dashboard. Here we go. No, I can't do it. That's gonna bug me. Make the directory structure better. More. Yeah, I'd rather have more integrated folders. If you end up just throwing shit in folders that say like components, dashboard, navigation, it's like, dude, what is that? There we go. See, question.ts. Now we might get something a little more malleable. What the fuck is it printing? Coding by accident. I should have specified. I don't need it to give me like hard-coded questions. Okay. I don't mind how it's organizing it. It's all small, modular. I mean, this thing's nuts. The fact that I'm sitting here with my fucking arms folded waiting, it's just, this is lavish. Coding's easy. Ooh, create the main dashboard page. Yeah, this is a little more aligned with what I like to see it do. Oh, cool. Hit new to update the page for the hero. Okay, what did you give me? There we go. That's all I wanted to see was a nice tree. See, this ain't too much. We got little components. Gotta do a question sidebar, question detail, and a little code editor. Bet you that's girthy. Um, okay, okay, and then we'll add like some routes for all the API calls. Sure. Let's see what it gives us. Scroll back to the top. Yeah, what the fuck is all this? Single node returns a list of one element. Oh, cool. Is this like a highlight and then it tells you like oh wow, it hard coded that. Okay, this might not be necessary. Give an array of integers and sorry. Oh yeah, I don't need that. I don't need questions. Fuck it, let's see what it looked like. All right, question. Oh, this is cool. It's been doing this new thing where you don't even have to fucking type it anymore. Watch this. So apply to question. Yeah, okay, bam. Look, and then we got an error straight out the gate. What is it not liking? Oh, it's not liking the any stuff. Yeah. Oh, we're about to get so vibe coded out. Okay, here we go. Okay, I win it likes. Hell yeah, I love it when a motorcycle drives by and sets a car alarm off for 20 minutes straight. You guys are in it with me now. All right, cool. Give me a card. Use local storage. Create a custom hook for local storage. All right. Oh, what did it do to me? It's not using that. I mean, if it's right there, why not? Question sidebar in components. Just dumping shit into components. Okay, dashboard components and then components UI, like general use components, and then question sidebar. Okay, so dashboard components. That makes sense. Yeah, why not? Okay. Question detail. What's you gonna do there? All right. And dashboard page. Yeah, cursor's gotten so stupid fast to where you don't even have to like make the files anymore. I mean, it's like going to be a matter of time before what I'm doing is even automated, especially when we get to like the brainless way of like debugging this. Um, yeah, cursor kills it. You can't hate. Like this thing's gnarly. Um, okay, update the main page. Apply. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is important. Okay, cool. Diameter ES6. Okay, cool. And I think we got something that kind of looks like that. All right, so um, basically the way I deal with the problems and the bugs that are going to show up as we kind of apply the changes in the new code. Ooh, there's a fly. Um, I just don't want to see this thing get like huge. So I don't know. You do whatever's comfortable. This time for what we've been doing, this seemed to be within the threshold of not making this thing glitch out a whole bunch and give us a bunch of problems. Um, some of that is also because the more you break down these files, I mean, this is just like general, like best practice, regardless if you're using AI, but these things need to be more modular. So it's going to break down more and it's going to cause more errors um, the longer the files are. So uh, one of the real pain points and things to get good at and think about when you're using like cursor is you really want to manage the file lengths that it's giving you, which is why you want to you want to have like your fundamentals straight because if you don't and you don't know what any of this shit is, like it's just gonna print and print and print, and then you'll end up with the most complex like code base ever, and you don't know why things are breaking, you don't know where anything is. Um, the code will just be like full of tech debt, and it'll become really, really rigid, and eventually you'll just say fuck this and be done with it. And I will say the flip side of that is every time I've dreaded doing like a big refactor because yeah, like irresponsibly just like created a bunch of fucking code and just like dumped it all in there. I would end up with like something cool I wanted to keep and keep working on, and I was like, okay, let's refactor it. And I mean, yeah, like 6 months ago, this would have been a problem. With Claude 4 now, and like maybe I've gotten a little bit better. It can break down and refactor this stuff like really easily. So, uh, yeah, yeah. It's a good time. So yeah, so basically we come to problems here. We double click this, and then we're gonna have to copy. Trust me, I would love to Command C and Command V my little heart out. It doesn't fucking work. I don't know why. I mean, this is silly. I could have fixed the any's by myself. Replace any with an actual union type. Yeah. Replace any with a union type over here. Yeah, for the expected output. This covers most of the common data types used in coding interview problems while maintaining type safety. Yeah. Um, I like to read the summaries because, if you're gonna watch this thing just code for you, you might as well know what the fuck it's doing for you. And I think like since I've watched this thing print for like a year and a half and like I've spent like probably damn near like a couple thousand hours with this thing printing in front of me. It's like watching TV and subtitles to learn a language. So ironically, I think I have gotten like better at coding by using this thing. So yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, let's see. Cool. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. See it. It shit the bed when we started, but yeah, once we got it kind of going, I gotta kind of look at this better. But all okay. Questions, twosome, the classic twosome. Okay. Oh, cool. So find two numbers in the target arguments and then write your solution here. Okay. Huh. Wait. Show solution. Does it actually show it? Show hints? Okay. How the fuck did it execute successfully? I didn't write anything. Run tests. Okay, this is a demo. Real. Okay. 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 Cool. Okay, this is kind of cool. This is I don't hate it. You know, I I kind of have how I want to fine tune this because most of the time I do this like with graph paper and handwrite it, and then I write it into the terminal or type it. So I kind of want to take what I do in real life and bring it over. Huh. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. Binary tree in order traversal. Reset. Okay. Huh. This is cool. I fucks with this. Okay. Here we go. Let's save it. Why not? Okay. Oh, what did we just do? Oh yeah, here's a cool trick. You could do this too. Give me a good and professional git commit message. If you want to get real lazy with it, there you go. Okay. Oh yeah, so if you didn't know, the first time you push on a branch, you got to do this setup string. Okay, cool. Cool. There we are. Okay, so let's add Anthropic in there, and we'll have like most of the core functionality there. Um, yeah, the two main entities are really just the dashboard for like user to interact with, and then the Anthropic API for um, a lot of the brain power of coming up with, yeah, the tutoring outputs. So, yeah, so for example, we have all this chat history, right? It's okay. It's not like the longest I've ever done. Um, the pros and cons that I'm thinking about here when I'm wondering if I should do a new one based on how much we just did is if I start a new one, I'm gonna have to uh, reacquaint a lot of what we've done to a new prompt and to the context. Meaning, I'm gonna have to bring over files. I'm gonna have to um, make sure I'm on the right file and make sure I prompt accordingly. Um, if not, I'll have a wider margin of it, like not knowing that I want a specific styling, which, we spent all that time doing. Um, it might bug out and create some outlandish file. It might add code to some file we don't want it to. So, yeah, we just want to wrangle this in a little bit better. So, um, it's really about like, I guess, weighing the effort it's going to take to, like I said, reacquaint um, the chat, which isn't crazy. Like you could probably just wing it and it'll be fine. Um, it's just annoying when it bugs out. Um, or we can just continue on here. Depending on how much you're gonna do next, uh, would kind of also determine how much you want to add to this. Um, yeah, since we're about to add like API routes and Anthropic and yeah, a little, like a little bit of back end work, like yeah, the safest thing to do would just be to start a new chat. Long story. In case you wanted to hear me not be verbose. Yeah, cool. Agent, nope. And then yeah, so according to the cursor docs, this chat panel is aware, and this is what I was kind of alluding to earlier. This chat panel has a bunch of context awareness that Claude is actually like corresponding with. Um, it knows about your file directory. It knows about the file that's here. It also knows about the files that are opened. And then it also knows about the files that you connected uh, right into the actual chat. Um, and I'm assuming it knows about your past chats too. Sometimes it plays dumb, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Like maybe that's just more of a side effect of AI and non-deterministic outputs. So yeah, this is fucking simple right here. Like everything else we've been doing. Yeah, basically, let's go into add context. Uh, 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 let's see. Yeah, throw the page in there because I wanted to know about the styling. I mean, you could bog this down if you really want. I don't know. Fuck it. You can throw it in there. What else do we got? I don't know about buttons. I want more like, yeah, okay. We need to do the code edit. These are like the important things we want to integrate into, right? We're adding a chat AI API from Anthropic. God, that's so many A's. Uh, yeah, to this view right here, which is our dashboard. So let's bring some of those over. I mean, technically we don't need to bring the question.t. I don't, it doesn't really matter. It's way smarter than me. Okay, so code editor, it's gonna want us to give us code. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Code editor, question detail, and question sidebar. There she is. Okay, cool. Um, okay, so we gave it some context now, so it knows about what we want to add to, and we'll prompt it with something simple like I want to use Anthropic Claude 3 point, just leave it simple. It'll actually default to 3.5. You can do Claude 4, which is pretty tight. But we'll we'll figure that out later. Just keep it vague right now. I want to use Anthropic Claude to integrate a more tutor type. This is so silly. I want to use Anthropic Claude to integrate. So it can generate questions for me and help me answer them without giving the answer until I ask for it. Let's see what this gets us. I feel so stupid prompt engineering on video like this, but it's probably one of those things that everybody's doing, but nobody actually shows it. Make more better. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I bet you it's gonna give me the wrong goddamn. Lately, it's like been giving me the wrong SDK to install. Let's see if it does it again. So it's printing the route right now for actual Anthropic, which is pretty cool. We'll look at that here in a second. That's like the number one question I get is like, what does the code look like for the actual Anthropic calls? Well, here we go. You're about to see. All right. Tutorchat.tsx. Cool. Step 4. Update the dashboard. See what it gives us. Ooh. Okay, cool. Okay, I was just like reading the summaries. What did we get? Claude can generate a question. We can interact and ask for hints. Review. Complete solutions are only provided when explicitly requested. Contextual help. Okay. And the current problem and user's code. Yeah. I mean, we can drill down into that type of stuff. Click AI tutor in the header. Use quick action buttons to generate. Okay. Chat naturally with the tutor. Personalized guidance. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what we get. Let's make sure our version's clean. Yeah. Okay, cool. Pretty sure this isn't right. It's gonna have to ask for it again. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna get like a 500 or some network response error or some shit. Okay, here we go. So we got app API tutor./route.ts. I tell you what, we'll do it old school. Technically you can just click that. We'll just do it how we should. Source app API. Okay, and I know you could do make dir and all that shit. I'm not going to. Tutor. Route.ts. Cool. That's if you didn't want to just do this and click it. And then we got some kind of something. Oh, yeah, E. E is defined but never used. You know what? Wait, error? Okay, we'll come back to that. Why is it glitching? Yeah, there's like another way you can kind of, you can also see if this might work. I don't know. This is like hit or miss. Yeah, see, it just replaced with an underscore. Yeah, that's not gonna fucking work. Cool. We'll come back to this. Like sometimes you can even like just do that, right? Fuck the error. If we break someone, we'll come back. Okay. Dashboard components dot tutor dot chat. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Problems. Same thing. Yeah, well, I will come back to that. I'm actually curious. I don't want to just delete it. I want to see what it would do to fix it. So type it in myself. Like I keep saying, the goal is to not rely on this. The goal is to stay here. I'm trying to get over here, which you haven't seen me do jack shit over here, but whatever. That's why I'm building a Python interview technical question application so I can get better at handwriting code. Okay, let's update the dashboard. Cool. There's a fun little error for you. On code change. What is it saying? Is not assignable to type and time does not exist on type. Intrinsic attributes and code editor props. Well, it's not defined anywhere, so that's a good start. Okay, we'll come back to that. Code editor. There we go. Okay, cool. So it got defined over in code editor and then worked its way out. Yeah, so I guess another thing to think about, food for thought, whenever you're starting a feature and like, it gave me, I don't know, how many steps did it give me? Like six or something? This is what I was kind of saying earlier, is like as we were going through it, my problems list kept growing. And I don't know, I you kind of got to develop a feel for how far you want to go deep into this when you're generating and applying before you go and fix stuff. A lot of times I'll just go to the bottom and kind of just go through it all. And I guess I'm not that freaked out if I get like, I don't, anything over like 18 errors or problems in here, you might as well start over because that's fucking pointless. But you get like 9 or 10, like it's going to be a pain in the ass. But you can iterate back over it and fix it with like this super like moronic way of doing things. Yeah, I don't mean moronic like bad. It's just funny how like how brainless it is. I guess that's what it is. It's like brainless for how rad the output from what we're getting is. It's super brainless in terms of like how we're interacting with it. It's amazing. The abstraction of like where we're at with this is unbelievable. Like I'd much rather be in this position than not. So yeah. Okay, cool. So here we'll go here and we'll do the same thing. And I mean we could just get rid of them, right? But I just am curious about how it would actually refactor that. And I'm sure anybody with real experience in TypeScript would just be like, fuck that. You just gotta do like you gotta do an XYZ, blah, blah. Oh God, it's gonna print the whole fucking thing again. This is also why you don't want to have very long files. Like this is just about too much. What's the longest file I've ever made? Funny you should ask. I had a file that was like a couple thousand lines and it was pretty much inoperable. and it's how I got better at being able to just have Cursor refactor into smaller submodules. Okay. Yeah, I fucking knew that. I should have just did the console.error. Ugh. You live and you learn. Like that 90s song. Alanis Morissette. Okay. Yeah. I have to get an anthropic key next. So what we're gonna do over here, we're gonna add a .env file. Right? Did it want to hold on. Sometimes it wants a .env.local. So it's usually env.local. Yeah, cool. And then we're gonna bring in an anthropic key here, and I'm not gonna show it on. Uh, you know what? Eh, you know what? This hasn't been a very beginner-friendly video in the first place. Go to Anthropic, figure out how to get your own API key. It ain't that hard. Come on. Create a key. What are we calling this? Code Jitsu. Default. Okay, here we go. I'm on the Anthropic console right here. I got my key. Okay. Second. You ain't getting my key. Okay, cool. Oh, something looked funny. I bet you there, if you saw that, you're smart. .env. Okay. Anthropic. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Cool. All right. For my eyes only. We're back. Okay, cool. Let's watch this thing not work and then we'll fix it because it's not going to work the first time. And if it does, then I guess the AI overlords have blessed us today. Uh-huh. Here we go. npm run dev. Localhost 3001 because apparently I have something on 3000. What do we got? AI tutor. Okay. This looks like shit, but we'll fix it. Generate an easy problem. Are you giving me anything? Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. At least it's returning the JSON. We just gotta fucking filter it and parse it better. Okay. Given a binary array nums. Yeah, that seems legit. What do we got over here? Did I lose it? Where's my network? Can't fucking see anything. Damn, I wanted to see the actual network. Send another one. I want to see it. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Open the console too late. I noticed you haven't shared the actual problem you're working on. Could you please? Okay. Yeah, this thing's fucking going. This thing's working. 200. Look at that 200. Wow, I really didn't think that was going to work first try. Lately, it's been giving me the wrong install for the SDK, and I've been having to go back and redo it. Um, Interesting. Okay. Can't hate on that, right? Huh. Okay. This is a fucking mess. This is kind of tight. Seeing a Swiss design like black and white, like monochromatic uh, chat panel is kind of tight. Okay. Um, okay, cool. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Well, the first thing we're gonna do is fucking save this because I don't want to blow anything up and not have it. So git status. git add, git status, git commit dash m added Anthropic API and chat panel component. Okay. Okay. I think I gotta take a break. All right. I will be back.